right, so we're out here. We're at Thundervalley. There's Mr. Doug. He's out here getting some pictures today. We're going. We got this private shootout again, or not shootout. It's a test and tune session. Private test session is what it's called. So North Carolina just did governor's orders. We've been at 50 people, and effective Monday, North Carolina is going to be on a stay-at-home order of some sort. So I don't know. This might be the last time we're able to come to the track for a while. So there's not a ton of people down here. There's probably less than 50 people total. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 or 7 cars. So there's not a lot of people here. Perfect time to make some passes and enjoy the track. This may be the last time we're able to come to the track for a few weeks, according to the governor's order. So we got Randy, Brannon, and Zach out here today helping. We made all these changes. You can see we got the Mickey Thompson Pro Bracket radials back on the car. Shock settings are done. We got 100 and I think it was 120 or 100 or 120 pounds in the trunk. I hadn't had a chance to respond to a bunch of messages on my other videos. I appreciate y'all making those. My goal is to always respond to those, and I'm gonna try to catch up on those tonight or tomorrow. I do get to read them, but sometimes I want to do a longer response and I'm not able to, so I just have to do it when I'm able to get time at night. So yes, I did make a bunch of changes, a whole lot of changes, more changes than what I usually try to make at one time, because that's usually what I try to do, is exactly what several people suggested. Make one change, go make a pass, see what it does. Make another change, go make a pass, see what it does. But you know, honestly, for the last several months, I mean, most of the stuff we do is off the trailer now. So you got to get into some test sessions in order to do it, test and tuning like we're doing today. So I made a bunch of changes. Those changes hopefully are going to be the right direction. The tune-up that I've got in there now, I'm going to show y'all times today. I put still got a 4.5 second ramp on it. It's leaving on like 8 pounds of dome pressure. So it's got 40 pounds of dome pressure on the big end. So it'll probably make 38 to 42 pounds of boost. It's kind of hot out here. We skipped straight from the winter to summer. It feels like it's 88 degrees out here, sun's shining, beautiful sunny day. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully this pass, it should go somewhere between like a 495 and a 510 if it hooks and goes. I got all my notes. I do have the front end still loose. The front struts on extension are on full tight though, so it should come up slower. So I don't know, we'll see. We're going to make some passes here in a minute. We're about to roll up there. We'll see what happens. Gonna be good or bad, but we'll make some changes from here. It's a pretty car. was a decent pass. It's not bad. I was very happy. It went pretty straight. Planted the tires. It didn't go as fast as what I was hoping it was going to go. But it did go a 130 60 foot, 348 to the half track, 521 at 145 miles per hour. So the suspension stuff was working great. The car worked good. I mean, I've got a lot of data on this type of setup. So let's see if we can. I need to get something for this screen that is anti-reflective. So you can see this is the data log. I'll show you what it did. It left on 6.1 pounds of boost. Very lazy. Come up. You see this converter grabs right here very hard. It chugged it down. Got up to the shift point, 7,300. Shifted it, failed just a little bit. This part right here is the shift retard. I could probably take that out today. I was doing that on the no prep, trying to make it so that it just pulls a little bit of timing so it don't knock the tire off. And then out here, I was anticipating it was going to make more boost, but it had 40 pounds of dome pressure. So 40 pounds of dome pressure, 33 pounds of boost, 32 pounds of back pressure. So that's like 1 to 1. And you see my timer was at 25, almost 26 degrees. Duty cycle real low, 43%, 43.5%. So this hot air is hot and muggy. I'm sweating. That's why y'all hadn't seen me today. I'm sweating like a little piggy over here. It's hot and sweaty. So clearly it's going to take more dome pressure to make more boost. So I'm going to probably jack the bump. What do y'all think we should jack dome pressure up to?
50.
I've been there before. I mean, 50. I want it to make like 38, 40 pounds of boost. So it's got 40 pounds of dome pressure, made 33 pounds of boost. I think 50 is a good number, honestly. 50 should give us about 30, man, around 145 mile an hour. I mean, or should we just shorten the ramp up and try to get a stronger 60 foot? Try to leave 145.
I bring it in a little faster and do something on the start.
Okay, we're going to definitely get more aggressive on the ramp. We're going to shorten the ramp up. We're going to put more dome pressure on it. We're going to put 45 pounds of dome pressure on it, and we're going to shorten it up. We're going to go 4s this next pass. That's the goal.
There you go.
4 second ET. Okay, let's shape it up, see what happens. And we're making 2 changes at once. Hell, before we got out here, I made about 10 changes. 1 change at a time. I agree, but I just don't have the time to do that. And since this is going to be our last time racing for a month, we might be in more trouble, you know? I don't know. All right, 10-4. Let's do that. I really need to put that other door panel on this side. I've got it in the back of the truck. Here we go, second pass. We just turned it up. We didn't change anything on the suspension or anything. Left all that the same, tires the same. So we're going to just turn it up a little bit, down track and a little faster ramp. It might be too fast, we'll see. All right, here we go. Okay, so that was a decent pass. That was not bad at all. We got, we picked back up some. It felt like it went super fast. Went 128, 60 foot, 333 to the half track, 499 at 149. It was pushing left a little bit, so we might have to do an anti-roll bar adjustment. We're fixing to look at the video. I was gonna show y'all the data log real fast. Data log looks pretty decent. It still didn't make but 6 pounds of boost when it took off. So 6 pounds. I had more dome pressure on it, but it didn't pick up none. Oh, the hood! Dang! Wow, what a gust of wind! It almost went up. It almost went over the trailer. Did it mess it up bad? A little bit more. That's fine.
Same corner.
Same corner. Well, that's just a sign we don't need a hood, I guess.
I couldn't get up fast enough.
Dude, I thought it was coming in on us. I'm glad it didn't come in on us. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. It almost literally came over the trailer.
Sorry about that, bro.
That ain't your fault. The wind, I mean, it's just a gust of wind. I mean, what can you do? What did it hit on the bottom?
I think the corner of the trailer.
Oh yeah.
It kind of floated there for a second.
God, it was, yeah. It blowed the... Every time we come to Thunder Valley, it blows the hood off. We need to stop. We need to start calling this Windy Valley. New name, Thunder Valley, Windy Valley. Okay, so let's get back to it. See, Randy and Brian and Ryan, that's why I don't want to paint my car. You see that? That's why I'm not painting my car. That is the exact reason why I'm not painting my car. Look, if that car would have just been painted and it blowed the hood off, I would have been pouting, walking around with my lips stuck out for the last. I'd have said, let's load up the car and go home. I wouldn't have been wanting to race no more. I'd have been upset. But instead, I said, oh, y'all watch out. The hood broke. Okay, cool. Let's keep going back to the data log and figure out what we need to do. Okay, so it didn't leave but 6 pounds of boost. So I'm gonna need to put my there's an advanced table where you can pull some timing out to make it bang, and I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because it was banging there. But it left on 6 pounds of boost. I shortened the ramp up. This is where that converter grabs again, and I short shifted it a little bit. Well, the shift light come on 7500. It fell down, and then I think it spun right there, and then it started. It was kind of hook and spin down track. You can see how erratic the RPM is. Typically when it's doing that, it's kind of shaking the tires a little bit down there, but it was still went through the trap, so it was okay. It did make more boost. Had to boost. We turned it up to 45 pounds of dome pressure, made 36 pounds of boost. So it picked up with 5 pounds of dome pressure. It picked up 3 pounds of boost. This thing's a turtle with no boost, man. It just, I mean, this little motor's got to have a lot of boost for it to go. I mean, it's just all there is to it. And I mean, the ramp was still pretty slow. That's where I went through the finish line at right there. I went through the finish line at 7,500. You can see it was correcting a little bit. So that's not bad. Let me show y'all in the fuel table too. I do have this thing. Learn is awesome with Holly. And you see it's taking out fuel. Uh-oh. You didn't break it, did you? So you see it's a little bit rich up here. And I mean, it's taking out 3% of fuel up here at the higher boost level. And the reason why, it makes sense. I mean, this thing's in auto-correct closed loop, and I give it a little bit of ability to modify the tune. This is where EFI is so much superior than carburetor. Is the air is hotter, the air is got more moisture in it. It's not as dense, so that you don't have as much oxygen. You don't have as much oxygen per pound of boost. That's why the boost was lower as well with that amount of dome pressure. So the Holly cannot make up for the boost because all it's doing is dome pressure, but it can make up for the lack of density. So even the same amount of air, even the same amount of boost over here, you can see it's pulling out 3%, 4% of fuel. And so, I mean, this is pretty simple. So I'm gonna transfer it to the table there, and then it actually didn't want to smooth it. I never smooth it. I'll go back and manually smooth my graph later. Sometimes when you do automatic smoothing, it kind of messes everything up. And what I'll do is I'll grab in here where it changed later on, and all these cells around it, I will modify it to where it needs to be. And you can see right up here, that's where we were just at, where it was majorly changing. And you can see that's where the biggest dips are. So I'll just go in there and modify that a little bit later when I get home. But, okay, so what do y'all want to do this time?
Go faster.
Randy, your shirt says go fast.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking we probably shouldn't put more boost on the top. We probably need to, I think we need to do it a little bit in our roll bar adjustment. I need to look at the video. It looked like it was driving left a little bit. So we'll adjust the anti-roll bar a little bit. Shorten the ramp up some more. We need to look at it and see if we need to tie the front end down. I couldn't tell if it was trying to pick the front wheels up or not. It felt super fast in the car. I mean, super fast. So we're going to just modify the ramp. We're going to get it to make a little bit more boost on the starting line, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, cool. Okay, guys, so we're up under here. We're going to make a anti-roll bar change. This is linked on both sides, of course. The car was pushing to the left just a little bit. So generally when that happens, the left anti-roll bar, this link right here, needs to be just a little bit longer. It changes the preload. So instead of making that one longer, this side. And so I'm going to shrink this one up just a tad. And you noticed on this other one over here, I've got a mark on the bottom of that link. That's on the top of this link over here. That's very important. It's on the back side. So you want to make sure that you turn it the right way. So I want to shorten it. I'm going to shorten it a turn. There's a half a turn. And there is a full turn right now. Some people go in half turn increments. Some people go less, but I'm going to go in a turn increment because it was pushing pretty hard. That's just something, you know, in the feel of the car when you're going out there. Okay, so we turn it up significantly. So we're going to see if we can go faster. This is our third and final pass. So we turned it up a little bit. We went a 130 60 foot and a 128 60 foot. So this time we put 200 more RPMs on the launch. So we went from 4,000 to 4,200 RPM. I don't know if it's going to take it or not. It may. It may not. I got Brandon, like I said, Randy, and Zach over here helping today. I appreciate them coming out and helping. This might go maybe a 124, 125, 60 foot if we're lucky. If it stays, if I don't try to wheelie real bad, shorten the ramp up from 3 seconds to 2.10. That's 9/10 of a second shorter ramp. That's a lot. That's a lot. It might go, it might not. We'll see. All right, last pass. Check it out.
Got both of them pizza people up here, they missed the money shot.
He said that's what was going to happen.
He gets up there, I know he don't want it up there, but that was pretty, I have to say.
Should have put somebody in the middle of the track. Damn it. It was nice.
I was trying to pedal it, it didn't want to come down.
Yeah.
Still went a 517.
Nice.
Okay, well that right there was a little bit of a wheelie. In order for that to work, it still went a 125 on the back tires. So yeah, that was a little aggressive. We're gonna have to take some travel out of the front and slow it down. That was a lot. We'll see what the data log says. But luckily it come on down fine. So that's the last pass. We're not gonna try anymore. I mean, it was good. I hate wheelies. God, I hate wheelies. Hate them, hate them, hate them. This thing is so quiet. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all the slip real fast. So 125, 60 foot. I ended up having to lift at 1.15 seconds into the run. You know, I pedaled it a couple times, and it's gonna be hard to see this data log because I'm out here. I pedaled it a couple times in the run and then ended up letting off, but it still went 517 and 132. That's not terrible at all. Also, this transmission fluid is burnt, it is stinking, and I think I actually need to pull the transmission out. Looking at that second run data log, that may have been a flare from where the high gear clutches were grabbing instead of spinning. So overall, not a bad day. I didn't know if it was gonna take that and try to wheelie or not. You know, it's one of those things when you start applying power, it left on 7.2 pounds of boost. So by only adding 200 RPM to the launch, it picked up 1.2 pounds of boost. So that's not bad. I knew it was going to do that, but I hoped it was going to stay down. But you can see in the video, I mean, it started carrying up a little bit and then it got on that boost ramp about 40 feet out, maybe 25, 30 feet out. And that's where it started really climbing the ring gear. And so once it starts climbing the ring gear, it's a done deal. So I pedaled it and it just didn't work out. So Randy made a suggestion. He's like, we probably need to tie down the front end before we went up there. And I said, well, let's try it and see what it does. And it didn't work. Randy was right. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's experimenting. I'm glad that, I went out there today. The track was in pretty good shape, pretty reasonable, and, prepped pretty well. Had a blast out here today. So, I mean, it's all in good fun. That's what we get. All right, guys. So we are ready to load this thing up. You can see we're packing it in. Lots of daylight out still. We're going home before it gets dark. The wife is going to be super excited. She asked me when I was going to get home today, and I told her that it was going to be around dark. So I'm going to be making good on my time frame that is not normal. I'm usually way off. All right, guys. Well, we will see y'all. We'll see how this lockdown happens and it affects the race car stuff. I got to imagine we're not going to be doing anything for the next month as far as at a racetrack. All right, guys, y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all take care. Be safe. Use social distancing. Cover your mouth when you cough. Appreciate it, guys. Y'all take care.